My cat hated me, not in the cute, dramatic way people joke about online. I mean, she would leave the room when I walked in. She wouldn't eat if I was standing nearby. She flinched when I reached down to pet her, and I had no idea what I was doing wrong. I fed her. I bought her toys. I gave her space. I did everything the internet told me to do, but something was broken between us and I couldn't figure out what, until one night, completely by accident, I discovered something that changed everything, and within 2 weeks, the same cat that avoided me was sleeping on my chest every single night. Stay with me, because what I found out applies to almost every cat owner watching this right now. And most of you are making at least 3 of these mistakes without even realizing it. These aren't generic tips you've already seen. Some of these come from actual behavioral science. One of them is backed by a study from the University of Lincoln. And number 5 completely rewired the way I think about playing with cats. Let's go. You're accidentally scaring your cat every single day. Here's something nobody tells you when you get a cat. To a small animal, anything bigger than them looking down at them is a predator. That's not a metaphor. That is your cat's nervous system firing every time you stand over them with good intentions. You think you're being loving. Your cat's brain is screaming danger. I figured this out when I stopped sitting on my couch and just sat on the floor. No phone, no talking, just me, on the ground, in my own living room. 5 minutes passed. My cat, the one who avoided me for months, walked across the entire room and sat down right next to me. I hadn't moved. I hadn't called her. I hadn't offered food. I just stopped being a giant. That's it. That's the whole thing. When you sit at floor level, you go from threat to equal. And cats, animals that choose their relationships entirely on their own terms, respond to that almost immediately. Try it tonight. Just sit on the floor, no agenda, see what happens. There are spots on your cat's body that are basically a trust button, and almost no one knows where they are. Everyone scratches their cat. Behind the ears, top of the head the usual. But cats have 3 spots that trigger something completely different. Not just enjoyment. Involuntary response. The base of the tail. The spot right behind the whiskers on the cheek. And the area under the chin, specifically where the jawbone meets the neck. These are places your cat literally cannot groom themselves. And when another cat grooms those spots, it means total trust. Complete safety. When you find them, and you'll know the second you do, the eyes go half shut. The head pushes into your hand. Sometimes, if you're lucky, a little drool. That's not just a happy cat. That is a cat that has decided you are safe. Most owners never find these spots because they never go looking. Now you know where to look. Every time you talk to your cat like a human, you're pushing them away. This one is going to sound strange. But the way most people talk to their cats is actually one of the biggest reasons cats seem distant or unbothered. Long sentences. Loud voices. Fast talking. To a cat, that's not affection. That registers as chaotic, unpredictable energy. Think about how cats actually communicate with each other. Short, soft, intentional. They don't meow in paragraphs. When I started talking to my cat in short, calm phrases, "Hey, you good? Come here. There you go." Something shifted. She started making eye contact. She started vocalizing back. She started coming to me instead of waiting to be approached. It's not about the words. It's about how those words feel to them. Slow down, soften up. Watch your cat actually start listening. You feed your cat every day, but you've probably never actually bonded with them through food. Here's the difference. When you put a bowl down, your cat thinks, "Food exists in this house." When you offer food from your hand, your cat thinks, "This human is part of my survival." That's not poetic. That's neuroscience. A study from the University of Lincoln found that cats show measurably greater trust toward humans when fed by hand compared to the way you play with your cat might be making them aggressive. Here's why. This is the one that got me. You wave a toy. Your cat chases it for 2 minutes. Then they just walk away. And you think, "My cat is weird," or "They're bored easily." They're not bored. They're frustrated. Because cats don't just want to chase. They need to complete the full hunt cycle. Stalk, chase, catch, kill. That last step, the catch, is everything. According to International Cat Care, when a cat never reaches that final stage, their nervous system stays in a chronic state of low-level frustration. And that frustration doesn't just disappear. It shows up as restlessness, aggression, random zoomies at 3 a.m., or a cat that never seems fully calm. The fix is almost too easy. Let them catch the toy. Let them grab it, bite it, kick it with their back legs. Then slow it down. Let them win. Then stop the session. You'll see your cat walk away completely differently. Calm, settled, satisfied. That's a cat whose instincts you just respected. And a cat like that trusts the human who gave them that. Here's the thing about cats. They're not cold, they're not unloving, they're not just not that kind of pet. They're animals that evolved to choose their relationships. And when you learn how to speak their language, when you stop being a threat, find the right spots, slow your voice down, feed them with your hand, and let them actually win the hunt. They choose you. Every single time. If any of this hit differently than you expected, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this reach other cat owners who care the way you do. Drop a comment below. Which one are you trying first? I read every single one. And subscribe, because next video, I'm going into something most cat owners never even consider. And your cat would genuinely want you to see it.